some room to roam that. There he goes left side. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, 75 yards. And the Panthers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At their own 27. They'll start on the ground. ETN. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, ETN. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young on 3rd and 2. Open man is Mingo. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Young to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A give running left. It's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his touchdown. DJ Chark from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On second down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Into space at the 45. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and
looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
On first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Young off the bootleg. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run with Sanders. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Sanders going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 71 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Young. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First and 10, Young. The Sanders has got it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Young now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devon Hamilton. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Young. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Draw play, ETN, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
You've been stuck by a smooth criminal.
Well, one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Here's a diving catch right side. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The drive starting play, a good one. Give them 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Young will set to throw. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a first down throw for Young. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First down, Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Final play of the half, Young. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On second down, ETN once more. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. On third down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Oh, they try lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Jaguars...
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
It goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. ETN on the toss right. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Lawrence to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Completes it to Austin.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Another tote for Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On the move past the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a short
Going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Following the interception, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain there of 21 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They go play action. Young. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They're still throwing the football here. And obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And 10 yards to go.
They'll throw again. Young. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're going to speed things up here. A first down throw for Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 45.
Young again on the keeper. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure to him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
From the red zone now, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Panthers 31, Jaguars 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time?
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
You've been struck by, you've been hit by a smooth criminal.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And quickly, they get to the line. Off the play fake, Young.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The pitch comes to Sanders. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And a touchdown maybe for the fantasy football folks watching.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are happy about that touchdown, even though it won't change who wins this ball game.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to